Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ollie here from CryptoVest.com. It's the 9th of November today, and we're going to be looking at EOS trading against Bitcoin over one-day candles. Just going to be catching up with this asset. It's actually doing pretty well considering the recent bashing it got from Whiteblock, the world's first blockchain testing company, where the CTO basically came out and said that EOS is not a blockchain. And after doing a series of tests, it found that the EOS token and its RAM market is merely a cloud service. It's not Byzantine fault tolerant, and the network throughput is significantly lower than EOS claimed in their marketing materials. So really bashed the EOS network and the team. But that hasn't really had a massive effect on the price, surprisingly. And as you can see, it's still tracking pretty well inside this triangle pattern. Classically, anything that comes into a triangle pattern from the top usually continues down, so we kind of expect it to follow this kind of line here, where it just, consolidates inside this triangle pattern, and then eventually bears overcome it and force it down. However, looking at a number of indicators, particularly over the one-day candle chart and over 1 hour candles, you can see that actually momentum is actually building, ready for a breakout, or at least an attempt. So we may actually see it reverse from here. Breakout, typically we see them throw back onto the resistance as a support and then continue from there. So this may be something to look at, this kind of pattern here. So just looking at the indicators now, you can see that on the 15 and 50 EMA, so a short-ranged EMA against a fairly mid-range EMA, you can see that the 15 EMA is actually close to passing over the 50. So momentum is clearly building. It's obviously lifted off this lower support. It looks like we may be looking to test the downtrending resistance again in the short term. Looking at the RSI, similar story. We've got we're still heading towards the oversold region above, which is looking pretty promising. If we ditch these EMAs and look at some other indicators, you can see a similar story. We'll get the MACD up in the choking money flow indicator, and you can see on the MACD we're actually over the signal line, and the 12 MA is actually still over the 26 MA, so bullish momentum is still there. It's still favoring the bulls right now. And on the CMF it's very similar to the RSI. The indicator line is spiking back up now. We're away from the zero line here, so buying pressure is obviously increasing again over this indicator. So it's looking like we should expect it to continue up, at least in the short term. Maybe test this downtrend resistance and then hopefully break through. And if we do, the probably first resistance will be at this fairly strong level at the 93,600 sats mark. We'll probably come back down here, like I said before, throw back and then push on. And we'd like to see the sort of first real target after the throwback around this sort of 102,200 mark. From there, bigger targets at the kind of psychological level at 110,000 sats mark, and then further up you got the 123,000 mark, way up here. But these are quite way off. I mean, that would be a top target push would be over 44% away, so we're a little bit of a way off there. But if the market continues in the way it's doing, it's just building gradually. I mean, Bitcoin's starting to come down a little bit, but it's still oscillating within the same range that we're expecting it to at the moment. There's not been any dramatic sell-off, so we could just be consolidating even further in this market. Volatility starting to drop back down to its sort of low levels we were seeing at the start of last month and through October. So yeah, an interesting one. I think it may start to push through here, and we should really keep an eye on it. The CCID ranking still lists EOS as #1, so China is still really favoring this asset, and maybe that is what is keeping this asset alive right now, despite the recent slating from Whiteblock. So yeah, so there's a few things to sort of keep an eye out for. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, guys. Let me know if you're bullish for this asset, and let me know if you think Whiteblock's comments are true, and let me, if this really is not a blockchain, if it's just a cloud service provider. Yeah, nice one, guys. Check out the full TA at CryptoVest.com, and please like and subscribe. Cheers.